We plan, God laughs. Everything's going great, like gangbusters. I've sold Baby Einstein. I'm loving the safe side. Everything's going so great and so well. And then, as you heard, cancer knocked on my door. And this was the first time. I was 37, and I was obviously shocked. I was very healthy. I was a vegetarian. I didn't smoke, blah, blah, blah. I did all the right things. But here it was. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I got through that as quickly as I could. I had surgery. It was stage 1. I was lucky. Everything was great. I spent the next few years homeschooling my kids and, again, traveling around the country and around the world. And then 4 years later, in the midst of all of this, this is what I ended up looking like. So I decided that I was not going to be a cancer survivor. I was going to be a cancer assassin, because that was so much stronger of a word, right? Like assassin? To me, words are everything. So I wasn't like hanging onto a life raft like a survivor. I was fighting. So I did chemo. The second time I was diagnosed, as you heard, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. So I felt great. I had no idea. So I was feeling great, diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. It had metastasized to my liver and several lymph nodes. There was no surgery they could do on my liver, so I was basically told 2 things. I could either do what I ultimately did, which was chemo and a whole bunch of other stuff, medical stuff, or I could just say, I'm probably going to die because I have stage 4 breast cancer, and most people die when they have stage 4 cancer. It's like 2% live 10 years out. But October 15th, so what is today, the 10th? 11th. So in 4 days, it's my 10-year anniversary of thank you, of being a cancer assassin. And again, you know, like for me, this picture is great because to me, it reminds me of what I'm about, which is choosing hope. Like I'm really a glass half full person. I just am. And I can, you know, you can pick whatever you want. But to me, it always makes sense to pick the positive if you have an option. So here I am. So I decided to choose hope. And I decided, once again, that I was going to use my experience to make a difference in children's lives, because I'm all about little kids. So I love this quote from Rosa Parks: memories of our lives, our works and deeds will continue in others. And again, it's kind of the idea of being remarkable, right? What do people say about you when you're gone? What do they say? What did you do? And we all can do something. So for me, with this cancer diagnosis, I decided to write a children's picture book. The title is You Are the Best Medicine. And what occurred to me with this cancer diagnosis was that I was going to tell my children, before I went into chemo, that I was okay, because they were little, and I wasn't going to say, Mommy's probably going to die. So I was like, Mommy has to take medicine, and I'm going to do everything I can to be okay, and blah, blah, blah. But what struck me is that kids are so literal. So you tell a child something, but everything is about what our kids see, right? That's why we say actions speak louder than words, ultimately. So what do they see? When you have cancer and you're going through treatment and you've got little kids, your little kids see, Mommy doesn't have any hair, and Mommy can't get out of bed, and Mommy throws up every morning, and Mommy's lost a bunch of weight, and Mommy doesn't feel good and doesn't want to drive me to school. That's what our kids see. And so I wanted to write a book that was about how our children, when we have cancer, are our very best medicine. And that the other medicine that we're taking is making us look sick, but we're getting better. And I wanted kids to understand that. So that was the impetus behind You Are the Best Medicine.